Okay. We are back. Good Vibes Television is in the house. Today on this good old Monday, you got your girl Savvy E. And over here to the right of me is the beautiful Yasmin, a.k.a. Miss Dark Princess. How are you?
Hello. I am good. I'm excited to be here.
Good. Thank you for answering the call when I called and said,
Yes.
can you be on here to be
Oh my
with me
gosh.
tonight?
I was so excited. I was like, the show? Of course I'm coming.
That's what's up. So right now you see it's just us girls. We have another host coming in, so don't worry, it's not just us, but that's okay. We're gonna hold it down.
Yes.
We want to send a shout out to Mr. LA. He's not here tonight. That's why she's here filling in for Mr. LA.
Some big shoes to fill.
Yes. So we want to give a shout out to him, and also we want to give a shout out to our boy DJ PRS1. He's been out of the studio for a while. We can't wait for you to come back. We miss you. We really do. So, Miss Yasmin, what's going on? What you do this weekend? Because I saw that on your Instagram. You was turned up, sis. What's going on?
For those that don't know, my birthday is coming up this Thursday.
Okay.
And every year, life is always life and things are always going on. So this year, with my momentum building and my platform kind of building, I had a lot of people around me who were just like, oh no, we're going to do something for you. So I ended up going to Docs by the Clock this Saturday with AP Promotions, and they brought out Run It Up Jordan, a lot of the Be More the Dance family, just a lot of those really people that you see as far as entertainment, and a lot of people from Artscape came. So it was an experience.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it was nice to have that much love because I'm not from Baltimore. So to be in a city where, people are built on culture, love, and, connections and things like that, to have that many people show me so much love and support. Like, I ended up getting emotional at the end of the night. It was crazy.
Okay. So you party real hard, didn't you?
Yes. I party hard, but that's because I work hard. So, you work hard, you party harder. Yep. So, yeah.
So you say you're not from here. So where are you from?
So I am from New Jersey. I grew up in Plainfield, New Jersey.
Okay.
I moved around a lot, but Plainfield, New Jersey is more so where I reside. I live in South Jersey now, but I've been in Baltimore for the last 4 or 5 years. And that was because I came out here just to go to Morgan. So shout out to Morgan State University.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So I actually came out here to do pre-professional physical therapy is where I started.
Okay.
But I ended up with a BSW, so a bachelor's in social work, just, helping people, caring and things like that. So shout out to Morgan. I got my bachelor's in 2023, so I graduated last year.
Okay.
But yeah, things ever since then, I wanted to stay and I love it here.
All right. So are you down here by yourself or you got family down here? What's going on?
I have a couple family members not too far. I have some family in PG, so in the Prince George's County. And then I have friends who have turned family out here. So I have a lot of, a really big support system out here and people who just speak love and light into me and make sure I'm okay.
So what else do you do besides that? Like what's your pleasure in life?
I got a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I do a lot of things. Predominantly the thing that I'm kind of most known for at this moment is modeling.
Right.
So I've been modeling since I was 5 years old. My first booking was the Children's Place. So I really, jumped straight in and went in. But since being out here, I kind of noticed the scene of, competitive modeling and performance modeling instead of kind of high fashion and the difference between the two. But yeah, so I came out here, and once I got out here, I joined a team called ABC Modeling at Morgan.
I was going to say Morgan, yeah.
Yeah, so I joined Absolutely Beautiful and Confident Modeling Organization.
Shout out.
Yes. And, we were right after COVID. Like, this was right after COVID thing. So when we got there, things were kind of shutting down. And then we didn't have much time to kind of get to know each other. So we came back and we really had to put the pieces together little by little. We had a very small team, but we had a president and vice president by the name of Nasia and David.
Okay.
And they were core members of the team. They had been there for 4 or 5 years already, knew the founder of the organization.
Okay.
And really made sure that, those girls and those guys that they took out and they brought to those shows, we knew
what y'all was doing,
what to do. Right. We showed up, we showed out, and then from there they pushed us to work with other people. And from there I met somebody named Calypso.
Okay. Shout out to Calypso.
So from there, I met someone named Calypso who also goes by Richard Lewis, Richard Lewis Agency. And he actually connected me with Savanya.
Oh, okay. I was trying to wonder how we met.
Yeah, so that's actually how it happened. It was, I want to say, my second year into modeling with ABC, and we were doing a show with the House of Calypso, which was the name of his team at the time. And we were, he was picking models, and he's like, hey, I have another project I think that I would love for you to come and do. And he was coordinating your show at the time.
Right.
So when I ended up coming, I think I was me or like one other girl from ABC ended up getting picked.
Oh, okay.
And I think her name was Tyler. She still models to this day.
Okay.
And we ended up doing sneaker. So that was
the
sneaker fashion.
Oh,
yep.
okay.
So that was the sneaker fashion show, which was the very first show that me and you ever worked together on.
Okay.
And from there, I stayed with you. So I kind of, I did ABC here and there, but then I stayed definitely underneath, Savvy Events brand and modeling with you for the next couple of years just to help me with like my critiques and things like that. So thank you for being my model mother.
Thank you. I'm glad I can help.
So yeah, it's putting a whole bunch of opportunities in my way and just, putting me in rooms with certain people. Like I wouldn't have been able to be in the position that I was in right now had it not been for you.
Thank you.
And
Humbly,
Calypso and ABC. Like if had it not been for you guys, there wouldn't be a Dark Princess. So
okay. So how did you come up with that name?
Oh, so the Dark Princess actually came from my parents.
Okay.
Yeah, so my mom and my dad my mom actually curated the name The Dark Princess. She's the one who said it together for the first time. But my dad, he has this whole blade persona. So he's like, if you've ever watched like Terminator and things like that, he's wearing the shades with the long trench coat, the all black, the dress shoes, the black watch, like down to a T, to a point where that became his whole kind of persona and what people knew him for. So when I was around 6 years old, he went to go do a video shoot for somebody, and when he left, I was like, wow, you look like the one. Like I don't know. I just said it out of my mouth, and he ended up taking the name and running with it. So then he plastered it on like all of his clothes.
The one?
Yep, the one. So I literally have one of his shirts that I actually ended up doing a shoot in, and it's red, and it says the one, and it's like literally his skate group because that's what he was known for, roller skating.
Got you.
But I kind of took my dad's persona, just the whole black and red. Like his room is black and red. When I grew up, all my stuff was black and red. Yeah, so it literally came from like me being a kid and just loving weird things. So like I love scary movies and I like dark things and stuff like that. But last year I had somebody come to me and said, when I look at you and you're not smiling, you have this energy. But then when you start talking, it's like a completely different, like it's like a princess, like it's bubbly and real frantic. And I was like, yeah, that's how I talk sometimes.
Right.
But my mom was like, yeah, it gives me a dark princess. She was like, you're the dark princess.
Got you.
So yeah, and it really just stuck. Like everybody loves the name, so now it's been shortened to DP and princess and people play around with it all the time, so I love it. I appreciate it so much.
But I respect the Dark Princess. I like that.
Thank you.
That speaks to a whole nother core of my soul.
Yes, and that's what it's supposed to be like, channeling your dark side, but still being a princess and being treated like royalty at the end of the day. And it's not somebody else treating you like royalty. It's myself treating me like royalty.
Talk about that.
Because, it's really about a self speaking to yourself and all about finding out who you are inside of a journey. Because, you can wear these dark clothes and, say that you praise this and you pray to this. But really, in my heart, I pray to God at the end of the day. So I might have, vampire teeth in, or I might, have some stuff on my eyes that make me look, a certain way, or what some would say, demonic or on the dark side. But I'm a princess.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's high class. I'm still pretty. I'm still classy. I still do things a certain way. I still like my nails done every 2 weeks. I still like my eyebrows get done. Like style. Yes, like it's still a very bougie type of thing, but it's like I have a dark side.
Right. And I think like a lot of us, most of us do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like growing up in high school, I used to wear a lot of golf stuff.
See? Yeah.
You know, and every now and again I bring that out. Like I went out to dinner with someone and they was like, every time I see you, you got on black and da 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 da. And I'm like, that's that dark part of me. Like sometimes that's the mood. That's what, and it's not like you say it. Like I pray to the Most High. I believe in the Most High, but that's the other side of me. That's the dark side of me.
Yeah.
So, and then you get the other side. You know, the tomboyish side of me. So, you know,
It definitely was something that came from the last, couple of years of working with, you and definitely just the shows that we've done in the past. They kind of pushed that, energy and loving yourself and channeling yourself and whoever you are. So,
you had to. I feel like, for me, talking about the modeling scene, I feel like we should break away from like the traditional.
Yes.
Yeah. And I feel like, people need to bring their personality.
Oh my God.
It's always this same stigma. And it's just like, and I appreciate that a lot of people are getting into plus size models and all size, short and tall.
I love the short models.
Right. My niece went to a photo shoot and the guy was giving her some critiques and he asked her, like, what do you catalog yourself as? So she said runway and some other stuff. So he said, you can't catalog yourself as runway because you're not that height. The height, like, it's like 5'8" and up, and she's like 5'7", and it kind of disappointed me that he said that to her because I feel like we are getting away from that.
I agree. I agree, and then there's also and this is what I tell people who models that I work with moving forward, and this is just the real of the situation that I learned from you and from Calypso, right? In the real model world, we're absolutely getting away from that because Tyra Banks debunked it.
Yes.
Right? She completely debunked it.
Shout out to Tyra.
Like, she completely debunked it, and then Rihanna followed up and said, yep, we're just going to completely debunk any type of stigma, what any model is supposed to look like.
Right.
However, there are definitely, and I'm still coming across a lot of designers who are still stuck in that wannabe high fashion, look like Balenciaga, Gucci, those types of things. Like, they want models to walk stiff, if it makes sense, So when I work with models moving forward, I just kind of tell them, make sure you can do both.
Right, and that's my motto.
Have a code switch.
Yeah, that's my motto. Like, I want them to be trained both ways. Yeah. Because you never know, like, who's going to call you where you need to go. So you need to learn both genres of modeling. But I feel like just straight runway and that straight
it's so
stick.
Boring.
Right.
It's so boring.
And that's why with my shows, I try to bring different stuff to it.
I can't wait.
I can't. And let's talk about that for a minute. But I had to get over to my man. He just arrived.
I know, he just sneaked in.
Sorry, I'm sneaking in on y'all, man.
Mr. Bright Boy is in the house. How are you, Mr. Bright Boy?
I'm well. How's everyone this evening? How you doing, Dark
good.
Princess?
Nice
I was
to see
listening
you.
while
Nice
I was
to
waiting
see
to hold and come up in here. I like the story. I like
Thank you. I
inspiration
appreciate
from
it.
the dad and kind of taking that aura and blasting off. So now that I am finally here, absolutely pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
hello,
Pleasure.
Savvy. Wonderful
How you
to see
doing?
you.
I know. It's been a minute.
It has.
Yes.
Part of me running around my schedule, had to reschedule. Don't want to bring the mood down, but my dog was having seizures all day.
Oh, Lord, not doggy.
Baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm an animal lover, so I feel you.
So my flight got changed out because I was supposed to be flying out this evening.
Okay.
So I was going to be Skyping when I landed.
Okay.
But, so he's doing a lot better, though.
Good.
He's just a little curious, George. He got into something that he shouldn't have.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
So he got the name.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his name's Cooper. But he is a curious George.
Oh, okay. That's right. His name is Mr. Cooper.
Yeah,
or Cooper.
Mr. Cook.
I was about to say, he's a paid actor.
He got his own. Look, guys, he got his own Instagram.
I was going to say, I follow the Instagram.
Yes, he got his own Instagram.
I definitely follow
Yeah.
Instagram. Okay, I want to live like him.
Right. So when we going to see Mr. Cooper again? Because once I give you your gift, I have a gift for Mr. Cooper.
I heard. So I'm excited. Once absolutely when I go back, make sure he's okay. Give updates, but next time, as long as he's feeling fine.
Okay.
Once we get through this hump and see what's going on,
right,
and make sure it just gets out of his system, and then we're good. So next time we'll have him back in.
Okay, good. Well, I hope we're gonna pray for Mr. Cooper.
Yes,
make sure he have a speedy recovery. Yes. So what's been going on with you since we haven't seen each other?
Oh man, working. And more work.
Okay.
Both sides, burning both ends of the candle. It's really just wax, and I just put torches on both sides.
Right,
No-
right. Yeah, that's how it
There's
is.
no
Just
real
fighting
way.
fire with
Right.
fire.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're just gearing up for some movie premieres we got coming up.
Okay.
Next
Okay.
month. Just got landed another short film that's coming up. Can't NDA to NDA.
Right,
but,
of course,
be,
of course.
Be filming that on August the 7th. But
Whoop,
shout out
whoop.
to my
Day
man
before my birthday.
Alessandro. Appreciate
Alessandro.
you.
Shout out.
Yeah, he hit me up on a personal level, and it's nice when someone reaches out to get you as a talent. Then they're like, "Oh no, we're just happy we got you on." It's
Exactly.
Like, oh, well, thank
Thank
you. I
you.
appreciate
Right,
that.
right.
Need that little boost. But yeah, and the vacation, and just came back from a vacation a couple weeks ago with my daughter.
Okay.
We went out to the West Coast, and just anytime
Whoop, whoop.
anytime I get a chance, try to just expand her horizons and
Yeah, of
experiences
course.
with whatever. You can. She already has all the things. She doesn't need things now. She's
Right.
like, 8, almost
Yeah.
9, so she has all the toys.
I wish when I was 8, I had all the things.
She had. I'm looking. Me too.
Listen, I had everything when I was 9.
Y'all
My
lucky.
parents made sure I had a sidekick when I was 7 years old.
Oh, Lord.
She has
A
phone.
sidekick?
Yeah,
Has her
I had a
iPhone
sidekick.
now, and regardless of how that discussion went or didn't go, she has one.
Right.
And it's fine, because we get our own personal time and stuff like that. But yeah, all the things. So I'm done paying for all
Wow.
the
Things, yes. And I like how you say it, all the
things.
things. Right.
We know what we need. We know how
Right.
to grow up.
Absolutely.
And have what we needed.
Right.
We got some wants.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a lot
We
of
got what
things
we
that-
needed.
Yeah, we got a lot of what we
Right.
needed.
And let's speak about that, these children today, these young kids today.
I'm about to say
That-
shout out to
the-
the dads.
The cell phone thing, like growing up, my kids would tell you that
Oh my goodness.
you had to be a certain age, and for the first year, I paid for your service, but after that, you had to get a summer job or something to pay for your service.
Preach.
So my oldest daughter, the first, she had the phone with the minutes, like you had to pay for it.
Oh,
pay for
okay.
okay. But then my brother talked me
3
into
after 5. on the
right,
weekend.
right, exactly. And then my brother talked me into getting her a regular phone.
Okay.
And within a month's time, because back then you had to pay for everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
It ain't like now.
Yeah, went over your text.
Oh,
it's all
my-
in the
Oh my
bill.
gosh, yeah, I
God.
remember.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
And this chick ran a bill out in 1 month, $500.
That sounds right.
Oof.
Yeah.
Because I think they were charging by the letter at one point.
Yeah.
We had to text
Right.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Right,
1, 2, 3.
right.
Oh my gosh, I do remember that.
said, sis, what is going on?
Ain't that much words in the world.
Man, look, let me tell you
At
something.
this
I was
point, we
one-
need to meet up.
right, at this point.
Right.
But I was one of the mothers. I ain't play that. So you want to run the bill up $500, and I had to pay for it. Man, I had to make her do so much stuff to pay me
Oh
back.
my
Wow,
gosh,
absolutely.
I
Yes.
can only imagine.
Yes,
She
I
got-
was.
Yeah, she got a quick lesson in indentured servitude.
Yes,
Oh,
she
You got
did.
a debt, shorty. Here
Yes,
you
she
go.
did. Yes, she did. Because I
Yeah.
would cut the phone off, all kinds of stuff. I'm not playing with you.
That's crazy. When I got
$500.
mine-
I never ran it up like that.
Exactly.
So
that's
she-
why it's so irritating.
I said, you gotta go get a job quicker than fast. So she got her first job down. I think it was the Raven Stadium.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And it was okay for her, but it was the worst for me because sometimes them games run late,
Yep.
and then
So
we down
you
there
have
trying to
get-
find her.
Yep.
It was like, oh
I'm
my
sure.
God, can you hurry and find something else? So she went and she got her first Wendy's job or something like that.
Okay,
Thank God.
okay.
That was down the street from the house.
Right, perfect.
So we all had to do was go down the street and pick her up and bring her back.
Yeah.
But that daggone the Raven Stadium, it was the worst.
Oh, yeah.
It was the worst. And then she didn't make a lot of
Baltimore
money because she was young and she couldn't sell liquor or beer.
Yeah.
I mean beer. So she ain't like that. She was like, I'm trying to talk to me. I was like, girl, they ain't gonna do it. Don't hurt yourself like that.
Full liability.
Yes.
They got
yes,
a whole
yes.
stadium to worry about and millions
Exactly,
of fans. They ain't worried about
exactly.
you
Oh my
slinging a couple
God.
beers a
Right,
couple nights.
right. But one
I was
thing I
gonna
can say
say-
about my daughter, she a hustler.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, we love a
Sure.
hustler.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was gonna hustle them beers if they gave it to her.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
She saw the hustle. That's why she was like,
Right.
I need some of them beers.
Yes. Can I get those beers over there?
Yep.
I'm excited for
yes,
football
yes,
season. You got me all excited. You're talking about the Ravens.
Yes. And then, look.
Even though I'm not a Ravens fan.
Oh,
Ooh, do it. Say
No.
it
I was
again.
about to say, I
Who
knew
is it?
it
Who
was
is it?
coming.
Come
I
on,
knew it was
DP.
coming.
out.
Who is it, DP?
Y'all ready?
I'm
Get ready to
ready.
upset everybody.
You about to get thrown out.
Is it up north? It's
It's
directly
up north.
It's
It's
direct.
up north. All right, y'all ready?
Right. What is it? Dun, dun, dun. What is it?
I am and forever, always have ever, always been a Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers.
I knew I said right
I'm
up
a
north.
die-hard,
Right up
born and
north.
raised Steelers fan.
Yes.
Back to Troy Polamalu at training camp. I remember being 8 years old, begging him to sign my jersey, man.
Look.
Okay. Hey, well, you ain't got no problems with me. We ain't in the same conference.
I was about to say, yeah, no, I know the Ravens fans are gonna jump on me.
Right.
Yeah, look, I said that I like college football more than and
I do too
and everybody jumped on me because I like Florida State.
Okay, no, I love
I mean,
Florida State.
that's
I
how
love
it is.
Florida
love
State.
Florida
I love
State.
Florida State growing up.
You know, so I got joked and was like, "Why you down here? And why you got the shirt on? Get out of here!" You know what I'm saying?
God.
But I mean, like I told them, I'm a supporter. It's different.
Yeah.
Like I might not be a fan, but I support because I'm from here. And I told them, you know, I was, you know, back in the day with the Colts and all that, and how they ran off. I'm still salty about
That's
that.
why
Just a little bit, a little salty.
Say it again.
I love them salty.
Say it again.
You know.
Not only, well, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But yeah, not only, was my father born and raised, Jersey, so I was brought
Shout
up.
out to Jersey.
I was brought up to bleed blue.
Okay.
Okay.
I tried to fight it as much as I could.
I got an
But-
issue about that. We're gonna talk about it later.
But the issue mainly was because, what was it, a month or a couple days before I was born, the coach said we're going to go to Indiana. I said, oh, that's how you going
That's
to
how
leave
they
me
gonna
without
carry
a
you?
team
Yeah.
in the month I was born?
Mm-hmm. That's how they gonna carry it.
In the month I said, okay, no, that's fine. Oh, you want to bring Cleveland over here in 96? You can keep your brown ass team.
That's a brown ass.
I was like,
Not
no,
a
sir.
brown.
Oh my gosh! And then the Giants, the Giants and the Jets. That whole thing just kind of like makes me so mad sometimes.
It's still cringy.
Especially because why are the Giants called the New York Giants and y'all play in New Jersey?
Is that one of them things that make you go,
Yeah, like that's and it's crazy because I've actually danced in MetLife Stadium. Like I've cheered in there when I used to cheer for All Star back when I was like a teenager.
Right.
We had a special performance, so Ariana Grande ended up coming. She wanted like 100 cheerleaders.
Nice.
So we all tried to learn this dance, submitted a video. So some of us got picked and we went. And I'm like, we in New Jersey. Why the building say New York? We got about an hour left to go if we want to get to. Okay, you know what? We just gonna be here for the good time.
Right.
It's all right.
It's the politics.
It is.
It's the
They
politics.
Can't,
It's
they can't
okay.
have everything going down in the
I
apple,
know,
man.
I know.
You got the Yankees out there already.
And then they took our
got the
basketball
Knicks.
team. Like we ain't got nothing, you know.
Y'all got New York. New York is forever New York.
New York.
But then everybody from New York says people from New Jersey. We trying to be like them. And I mean, we live right next to each other.
Right.
We're cousins.
But New York is look. New York is
I want
fickle.
DC to do the same
Right. Wait a minute. But New York is fickle because it's like if you're not. You got to be from the Bronx, and if you
Right,
and
their
then you
whole
gotta be
breakdown, like-
the barrows and all that kind of stuff. But give a shout out to the BX.
I was about to
the
say,
BX.
I love New
I
York
love the
though.
BX, so-
Love New York.
Well, yes, I absolutely love it.
Yes, I love the BX, so I ain't gonna talk
Most of my
bad about it.
Folks is from up there.
Yeah. I'd say shout out to Harlem. Love
Yeah,
Harlem.
Harlem. Yes.
Yeah.
But like you were
And
saying,
that's-
Baltimore and DC is like that. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Like,
gosh,
yeah.
I see that all the time, and I'm
It's like, okay,
I
we
still
down
don't
the street,
understand
up
that.
the street from y'all. I mean, come on, man.
But
But the
it's just
thing
like,
about it is the accent. Like,
There
when I
is.
first started going up there and I heard
I
them
love
talk,
Baltimore accents.
I
Shout
was
out
like,
to those.
What is going on? We just like right there. Why do we sound so different? But it is what it is.
Y'all definitely do sound completely
Yeah.
different though. And then I heard about the argument about who started the New Balances.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one.
Somebody just told me about that.
But Baltimore, outside of New York, we get stuff quicker. Like I swear, I don't mean no harm, no disrespect to,
No shade,
to
no
DC.
shade.
But they was a bunch of Bahamas.
Oh,
A
Okay.
bunch of Bahamas.
Well.
I swear to God. Don't beat me up, people from.
ain't
Y'all was
saying-
a bunch of Bahamas. Y'all was a bunch of Bahamas.
No,
I
listen, this
swear.
is just your side of the story, and you telling it. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah.
savvy
It's
stamp,
right.
y'all.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can't,
it was
can't
a-
jump you.
It was the way they dress and everything. I'm like, y'all, some Bama dressing MFs around here. Like seriously,
Oh
like.
my goodness.
But I ain't gonna lie, I used to have a thing for New York. New York guys
love New
I used to have a
York.
little soft spot for them. The way they
Yeah,
talk,
they
the way they wore their Tim.
Oh my god.
The way they yes, I just
love
it. Yeah.
love New York.
Yes,
like
Lord. But I
just-
never wanted to live there.
no.
You couldn't
No.
pay me to live there.
And
I could.
I
You could?
live too close already to not want to live in New York. Like I live in New Jersey and like I could throw a rock. And I'd
Right.
probably
Well, so
land
what
in
about
New
Philly?
York.
Philly's a great town.
Yeah, I lived
Philly's a
there
great
for.
town.
I ain't gonna say lived. I stayed there for 6 months to a year. Yeah.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I can do Philly.
Okay.
That's a nice
I went
town.
downtown Philly for my birthday. I want to say 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They showed me so. They They had a ball down there, and they were like, "Oh, it's your birthday? Let's go have fun." I'm
Where,
like,
34th Street.
Yep.
Already.
I got the huge with the huge pizza.
Yeah,
I got the pizza
already.
with like 4 plates to hold it. It was amazing.
Yes. Oh, I already know.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And you know, the whole time I lived in Philly, I never had a cheesesteak.
What?
Now I had a hoagie, like there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we call it lunch meat down here.
Yeah.
I had a hoagie, and I went there, and I was like, "Can I get a sub?" And my sister-in-law, at the time, that was my sister-in-law. She was looking like,
Gave it.
"What?" I was like, "Yeah, a sub." They was like, "A hoagie." I was like, "Okay, a hoagie." So I'm thinking like, in Baltimore, sub is like that, unless you say you want a whole.
Oh no,
I
man.
asked for a half, and it was a whole.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Okay, y'all must think I'm
Yeah.
a fat girl, but I ate all of it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ate it
Thank
all.
you, big portion.
Yes, yes.
No. Mhm.
Yes, and they know I make a hoagie. They know how to.
Oh, they
the
do?
Italian
What?
hoagies were good.
I was
But I
gonna say,
never-
yeah, no, those
Yeah.
whole all those areas, like their sandwiches, they're always super cheap and they're huge
Yeah.
and they're packed.
Yeah. Now I know they said that New York is known for their pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
So-
Junior's cheesecake.
Yeah,
yeah, and the cheesecake. Oh,
but I didn't never like any of their pizza.
what?
I'm sorry.
Is that blasphemy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I didn't enjoy
New
none
York
of 'em.
is large, not just the city. We got
Right.
New York City, obviously,
Right.
the island, but then
Right.
New York itself.
Exactly.
There's so much good pizza.
Yeah. Well, maybe I went to the
So
wrong
much.
spot.
yeah. I think you went to the wrong.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the wrong. Let me say that there's a lot of the wrong spots.
And then what is your perfect slice though? See,
Right.
I know my type of slice, and my
Yeah.
perfect type of slice is a like traditional New York
Yeah.
slice, like large, thin,
Thick with the
Crisp.
grease.
yeah, nice little crisp. I can either fold it, get
Yeah,
a little drip
exactly,
coming
yeah.
out.
Love a good fold.
Exactly.
Love a good fold.
So when they start coming up with these bougie pizza, which I do eat now,
oh yeah,
Right.
like
Okay,
a
so
bougie
yeah,
pizza.
I like them. I like them.
but the deep dish was awful to me.
Really? Okay, so I actually okay.
Just do it in Chicago.
Right. I was gonna say that's where you have to do it at
That's where you-
because
Okay, in Chicago.
I'm
okay.
finding out that like out here, like there's a place called Underground Pizza in Towson, and they do like a bunch of deep dish pizzas with a bunch of like stuff on them, like whole bells and whistles and everything on them, and I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, deep
And they
dish.
were like, because this is not traditional deep dish. Like the sauce doesn't even taste the same. Like it's baked diff. Like we have to
so
go there.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago got the
Go-
Yep.
original.
go to
Okay,
Chicago,
go to
'cause
Chicago. I got y'all.
Even in a very simple, like you just get a deep dish cheese,
Okay.
Literally.
and it's a completely different taste.
Okay.
So
It
good.
is
It's
So
exciting.
everybody got their staples. Like we are
Everybody,
known
yeah.
for our crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Went to Atlanta and got a crab cake, and I wanted to
Why?
slap.
Why would you do
every-
that?
But the person
this
that was
point-
like,
Why would you
wait a minute.
do that?
The
At this
person
point
that
in
was
time in
with
your
me-
life, Savage,
right?
Why would you
you
do
should
that?
know.
So we got look, we got a crab.
I know. At
We
this
got a
point,
crab
okay?
bowl. We got a crab bowl, right? So I was like, I'm just gonna get a crab, and the person with me told me you're not gonna like it,
No. I could have told you that.
and it was hard.
I got a
person that you
seafood
came
broil
with
and,
told you
and,
that?
and
They didn't
Florida,
stop
it
you
was
from ordering it?
terrible.
No, I guess they was like, you gotta learn our lesson.
Exactly, yeah. Because
you gotta learn our lesson
you be like,
today.
all right, whatever. You can go off, sneak, and spend some more money somewhere else and still eat it and be
Yes,
upset.
yes, but it was horrible. So I guess every city is known for whatever.
Their region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I went to Philly and tried the crab cake before I even moved out here. And I was like, ew, I don't like crab cakes. And then I came out here and I was like, yeah, I don't eat crab cakes. They were like, you don't eat crab cakes and
right.
you live in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Did
They're like,
show
where
the
have
strap?
you
It
eat?
was like,
Yeah,
Right,
they're like,
right.
they're
Like,
like,
show 'em the
yeah,
gun.
they're like,
Show 'em
what's
the
wrong
gun.
with you? Like, where have you been eating? And I was like, no, I haven't tried one out here. They're like,
That's why.
They're like, yeah, let's just get you. They you know
The road.
road. Okay, Ting Ting, let's get
got
you.
two people in the corner over there texting. Like,
Right.
So then
Like,
they
this
ended
girl
up getting
right
me
here,
right.
I know this girl right. He crazy. She
Yeah.
ain't even got no crab cake. What's wrong with her?
And then I didn't even get a store bought one. I got some homemade
Yeah, you gotta get
ones.
them. Yeah.
So I got the homemade ones with the mustard, and they were fresh. And oh my lord, it changed my life. I said, okay, so out here is where you get seafood.
Right. Get the seafood here. Maryland is known. Yeah.
Because even when I went to Florida, I tried a seafood broil out there, and I was just upset.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Because why is all this garlic and extra stuff? I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
So what is the best seafood broil to y'all in Maryland?
Oh.
Maryland. So
Ooh.
this is actually a great topic to bring up
Okay.
because one, I need to go to a couple more because I've it's been a while since I had a good seafood boil. So I would like to make
Cooking
this
real.
a GVTV type of thing, so
Okay.
we can rate the best seafood.
Got
boil.
you.
'Cause
GBTV coming
'cause I do
to a
have
crab
some
bowl to
folders.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some folders saved and like on Instagram and a couple of things of like discover new places. I know there's
Got
one
you.
that has like top 10 or top 5 seafood boils.
Okay.
In
Yes.
the area. So with saying that, I'll just give out a shout out to some, a good crab place that I normally get crabs. I know they have good seafood. Is Conrad's.
Yeah, I heard. Yes,
okay.
Comrades do.
Conrad's, whether it's Joppa Road or whether it's in Abingdon, I imagine any of their locations with their crabbers.
Okay.
Smacking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Smacking.
yeah. I love a good crab. I love a big crab, but I don't like a lot of seasoning. I don't like a little bit, but I don't like a lot because
I need my lips to burn
You
a
want
little
one
bit.
with a bucket and a little thing like washing the seasoning?
no, I don't. I always just ask for
Light seasoning?
Yeah, light seasoning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, get your own bag.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I need my lips to burn a little bit when I'm eating.
Oh, no.
You know, you gotta get it.
Your own bag.
No, I think like now, this is telling my age. When I eat it, then the next day I feel it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Always.
I just be like,
And your
I
fingers
didn't
smell
drink-
like crab for about a week.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I drank enough water. I just
You
feel
feeling tight.
crazy. So I'm
full.
like, yeah.
Yeah, tight, full,
So-
hydrated.
Let me see if y'all real crab eaters. How many crabs can you eat?
Okay, so that's what I was getting ready to say. I'm about to disappoint you again.
Oh my God.
Because-
Okay, Jersey.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I'm not from here, and so whole crabs is uncommon to us.
Okay.
Yeah, so whole crabs is very uncommon. So I eat king crab legs. So I majority eat the crab legs, but I have eaten the full crabs before, and I only was able to get through like 2.
Girl, bye.
But the crab legs,
Girl.
I had 7 plates of those.
Okay. But see, that's easy. You just pop them and dip them in the...
well,
Oh yeah, and I don't play. I get down.
So
Because
how many-
really, I mean, that's actually still pretty good.
Two?
Because those are
Oh, you talking about
The
the
7 plates,
right.
yeah.
because they're just giving it to you.
Yeah, and I usually get like
after
3
what we did.
clusters.
Like we're, how do you get the legs? Like we can make the legs look like that.
Yeah.
You got a big enough crab. But anyway, I'll get back to the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Depending on the size, and today you got some good beer that going down.
Not the beer.
Oh yeah, good sudsy going down. I could easily put away a dozen if it feels
Yep.
good.
Okay.
I'm a dozen.
And then I've gotten squirrely. I know I've gotten a dozen and a half, not in a whole sitting, but it's like you run through like
Yeah, like an all day type of thing.
yeah.
I'm chilling. And it's like, hold up, there's still some crabs left.
Right,
Come
right.
back at the table. Like I'm only gonna have one, and eating like 5 more shells.
Right,
on the
right,
table
right.
like that.
Mhm.
So no, I can put them that, but I try not to do that many as much anymore, just because older and it's all the salt and
Yeah.
it's not good for you.
Yeah, it's
like
not.
So you start noticing the things when you get to a certain age, and they actually happen. And when you're younger, you just don't feel
Feel
the
it,
effects.
yeah. But I do like,
Why my foot red?
right. Like if they're small, I can do a dozen and a half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're small. But anything else is probably like a dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'll be watching TV, get a good show on. See, I get mine with mustard. Like I get my mustard, pull on the plate, crack them. And the thing about it, I don't eat the legs.
Wow.
I don't-
Sometimes
I'll
I'll devour some legs.
depends on the taste of the crab.
Right.
If I'll eat the legs.
Okay,
Or the claws,
yeah.
rather.
I just never was a thing about when I was just like I don't like the whole taste of the leg meat in it. I don't know
It's
what
a
it
little
is.
different.
It's a different than the
It
body
is.
part. So
It absolutely is.
yeah. So but they're good to make
different.
soup and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love crab bisque. Oh
Yes.
my
Especially if
gosh.
a person make it right. A lot of people
Oh
don't know
my
how to make it.
gosh.
So let's talk about the Olympics, y'all. Have y'all
Oh my
did y'all watch
gosh.
it?
Listen,
Did y'all watch it?
the Olympic memes have been taking me out. Like I've been keeping up with it all. It's
Oh
hilarious.
Lord. So what was your favorite part? See, I like watching the gymnastics.
My
the
favorite always.
swimming, anything to do with swimming, the high jump, all that kind of stuff. But what was your favorite parts? And I mean, how did y'all feel about it? Because it's not over yet, right?
No.
Because I think some come on tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, in my weird time of me turning it on, and whenever I catch them, always catching the swimming. So it's literally like
Okay.
all I've seen. I've seen this girl win all her medals, and like that's amazing. That's
Wow.
really
Right,
cool. I'm
right.
very happy for it. But and I've caught like the other highlights. I've caught a little bit of who was it? Gymnastic routine. I forget that girl's name. But it wasn't Biles because I would love to,
Right.
You ain't see her? Or what?
No, I didn't
missed
see her
that.
either.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, all the swimming I saw has been amazing.
Yeah. Because I think all the swimming was over yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So-
stuff of it. So I was like, apparently I was just meant to see all the swimming.
All the swimming.
I need to go swimming, I guess.
Trying to tell you something. So, what was
Right.
your favorite part?
Okay, so my favorite. So I saw a little bit of the floor routines with gymnastics. So I dibbled and dabbled. I have a gymnastics kind of history too.
Right.
So I wanted to see some floor routines. But my favorite part was actually Sha'Carri Richardson.
Come on, talk
winning
about it.
her race. Like I got emotional for that girl because if you were there the last 2 years when the world completely turned their back on her,
Yes.
when she all because and I'ma say it because she smoked a little weed. And I'ma say it because we all do it and it's legal now. Let's be real, y'all.
Yeah.
And to see the way
She
she became a topic in politics, and she did not ask to be a topic in politics. So to just see her win, I was just like, yes, like that's her Cinderella story. Like, and I know she's not done.
Oh no.
And can I just say shout out to Nike for all of her apparel
Bang.
because they ate down with all of her apparel. Everything was customized, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's getting ready to drop her collection. So shout out to her and that win, because that win actually made me drop a couple of tears. I'm not gonna lie. And even seeing her coach just be emotional, like everybody just be emotional for her, I was just like, I've been there, you know, and a bunch of face of adversity. You feel like you don't really have anybody, and then you finally get your Cinderella moment after waiting for what 2-3 years when that happened.
Right.
And then she lost her mother, or she lost somebody, if I'm not mistaken. So to just continue to be a great person through all of that, and such a young age too. Like I'm even sometimes struggling with finding the balance between self-care and knowing when to step away and knowing when to come back and, prioritizing when you need to recharge yourself. So everybody having an opinion on you at such a young age, it's not for the weak. So I applaud her because she kept her chin up.
Right. So shout out to them. Shout out to just shout out to USA that was doing that
yes,
thing.
Team USA
You know what I'm saying?
did.
We got what? I think we got 70. Let me make sure.
I was about to say we're definitely in the league.
78. Yeah, we got 78.
Yeah.
And China is
Oh my gosh, and the men's basketball team, shout out to them.
Yeah, I'm about to say basketball.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Crushing it.
I didn't.
And it's crazy.
LeBron James has been in the league for literally 20-something years. Like, look at his son. He's literally been in the league since his son has been before. Now he's getting ready to play with his son. Like, that is unheard of. That is the GOAT.
Yeah,
that is the GOAT. That has never been heard of.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool feeling.
The guy that won track, I'm trying to look up his name. I can't remember it. But the young man that ran track yesterday and won, I think it was the 100.
Okay.
So I'm trying to look his name up. But anyway, I'm going to be honest. I felt like he wasn't going to win.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I felt like he wasn't going to win because everybody that he went up against, all of them was they all was the fastest man.
Okay.
And he was the shortest one. And he was very
don't
cocky.
Sleep on them short ones.
Right. Very cocky. And my thing was, it wasn't really because he was short. It was just when I saw him race before, I'm like, he's not going to have it against these guys.
Right.
And he won yesterday. And I was like, I had to eat my words because he had told us, he was like, I'm going to bring it home. But when you saw the race, you didn't think that he was going to win.
Right.
But my boy came out and did his thing. So I'm going to have to apologize to you. And you did your thing. And thank you for representing USA.
We love an underdog.
Yes,
we love an underdog.
Yes. But track and field was awesome yesterday. I even watched a little bit of what do you call it? When you hit the ball on the beach thing. Volleyball.
Beach volleyball.
Yeah, beach volleyball.
Okay.
I watched.
that's the one with the sand, right? Yeah. Okay.
So I watched a little bit of that. America was doing okay. I mean, USA was doing okay yesterday. But did you see how China in the swim competition with the men? Oh my God! America, USA been winning every year. Man, I wanted to go down there and smack everybody. I said, y'all let China come and beat y'all like that. But I ain't gonna. China was not joking. You hear me? I had to give it to China. I had to give it to China. I was like, y'all wasn't joking. Y'all came, y'all did y'all thing, y'all walked off look, USA, y'all thought y'all had it this year.
Listen, all I can say is USA really was doing their big one for the Olympics this year. The team that they picked for Team USA is I feel like they're the New Mutants. I hate to say it like that, but I feel like they're the New Mutants. you know, when you've watched the Olympics in like past years, you've seen like some pretty amazing things. But I feel like this year it was just like completely on a whole new level. More so, it's like the new generation of athletes coming in. Like we have Sha'Carri, and you know, Simone has been here for some years, but now she's like a front runner and she's like leading the team of the gymnastics this year. Like she's just not a new girl. So I love everything.
Don't
about
forget
her.
Gabby, though.
I was about to say, shout out.
Douglas.
I was definitely looking for Gabby. I was just like, I was so upset that my mom told me that she had injured herself and that she wasn't going to be there. And I had asked that beforehand because that's another one. And I grew up on Gabby Douglas. So that was the only black girl that I saw doing gymnastics and on Olympic stage or anything like that. So, and to see majority of like the U.S. team be people of color was such a defining moment. Like, yeah, this is who's representing the country because this is who built the country. Let's be real.
Right. Exactly.
Best of the best.
Right. So shout out to the U.S. team. Y'all doing wonderful over there. You know, you bringing us the medals home. So bless y'all, really, really, because I know it takes a lot. My daughter wanted to be a gymnast. My middle child, my youngest child, and my thing was, you have to be disciplined. And I was like, baby girl,
it's literally not for the weak.
No,
like,
if you're not disciplined.
You know how many bones I broke trying to do stuff, trying to learn to do stuff?
Yes, you have to be disciplined in every aspect of it all, mentally, physically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're not, what is the point? Because first of all, it's a lot of money that your family got put out. Them little outfits that they be wearing, they not cheap.
And I want y'all to know every single one of those diamonds on those outfits are real Swarovski gems. Like, I just want everybody to be aware of that because my uniform for cheer, my team name was called 24 Karat Gold.
So go ahead and follow that theme.
Right. And it was the entire organization was Jersey Jewels. So everything was diamonds and bling and shiny and shimmery, right? And you got the senior team called 24 Karat Gold. Half of our daggone sleeve was full literal like Swarovski sheer gold fabric that they literally had to get custom made. Do you know those uniforms are like each, like the top was like $1,000 and then the skirt was maybe like $1,500. Then we still had the bow. The bow was $200 because everything is literally custom made to fit the same color scheme pattern. Them little uniforms. Listen. And they say USA, so I know.
They said the dedication, everything that goes to it, perseverance. It's a lot.
But it's literally mind over matter.
It was pretty cool. That's why I only did it 1 year. But it was cool. I got like 6th in the nation in shot put. So.
Okay.
It was fun. Got to go down to Florida. That was my first real trip. I was like, oh, what? I made it. I get to go to Florida. That's cool. Yeah, Junior Olympics. I hope I still have that poster.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know what it's called, but it's so help me out, guys. So it's when y'all run and they jump over the thing backwards.
Oh, the high jump?
Yeah. High jump? I'm sorry, the white girls was killing it.
Yeah.
Always.
They was killing it. They was killing it.
I love the track and field activities. I don't know what's going on half the time, but I love the track and field activities. Even the one where they're holding the thing and they swing it.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. I have no idea.
Now, I know back in the day, a lot of men used to do that. Now they got females doing it.
Yes.
It was like a man thing because of the strength and how far the distance and stuff like that. But now I see females doing it. So, yeah. Oh, so I heard, now correct me if I'm wrong, I heard that it was a guy, a transgender, boxing a female. Is that true?
I did hear something about that. I'm not sure about the full truth of if that's the case, but I did hear some controversy of a transgender woman competing in that category.
So, from the story that I heard, that was so biologically, she was born with more testosterone. I believe maybe technically, if it's an archaic term, I'm sorry for using it, but for the understanding of what we're saying, like hermaphroditic genes, but identifies as a woman, but has essentially enough male chromosomes in her.
Right,
so is a female, but just has the stature and build
like a man
of a man.
Okay.
Of a man. But
and I was gonna say we got somebody. I'm part of the LGBT community, so I love having this conversation, especially with other people that are part of the LGBT community, because I'm like, hey, sometimes we're doing a little too much, And sometimes I don't agree with the everything and, you know, the full let's make everything equal and things like that, because everything isn't equal, and it's okay for people to not be comfortable with that. And you can't force that on people.
Right.
So, yeah.
But my thing was I didn't see it. Someone was talking to me about it, so I didn't really get to look at it. But I wanted to be clear before I even went any further. But my thing is, it's what you call it, hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite.
Yes.
All right. So my thing was, how did they decide to put them together for them to fight? And if they knew that, because they said that girl, when she hit her, she felt like she was about to die.
Yeah. Well, that's luck of the draw. That's point systems and stuff like that for your opponent and stuff. You know, anybody was about to catch those hands.
Literally.
Of her coming in. Yeah, it didn't matter.
Like the bracket is random, if I don't believe.
It's just either a point system or how you scored or wherever from your region, whatever, and then, you know, tied up with whatever. But either way, this was going to happen because she was knocking somebody out.
No, literally.
So, but that's the little official story that I saw and from some research that, you know, and hopefully it's the truth. But, you know, they know the truth. I imagine they wouldn't just do, because they stripped the other swimmer.
They definitely did, yeah. I remember that.
So they're actually taking it serious with not people just having like, well, I guess I'm identifying, I'm going to take these hormones.
Because it's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if this person has been identifying as a woman a whole life and been boxing, but she just has the genetics because this is how she was born, and if that's all clear and they're like, you are in and you're clear, then she's a woman.
Right. And I think that is understandable.
Yeah, as long as it's equal, I feel that's where it needs to be fair.
But I feel like if it was the opposite and, you know, and it was, you know, a man and he was transgendering to a woman and they put both of them in, I think that's not fair.
I was getting ready to say, I personally don't agree with that, if I'm being 100% honest, just because of, and I went to school, so I took physics, I've taken biology, I've taken, you know, a bunch of, you know, things that have to do with the human body. So just the biology of certain things, like the general science, it's not equal.
Right.
Just on strength wise, because a man genuinely is just stronger than a woman. They have more strength. That's why there's testosterone and there's estrogen. They're not the same thing. Like, you know, so you can't, you know, even if you do, you know, kind of do one or the other, I personally feel like there should be a gender fluid category for if that is the case. That's what I personally
I was thinking that myself.
Because if we're doing this, I want to identify as this and I want to identify as this, and I love it, right? Self-awareness. But make it gender fluid, because you still have woman, man, and then now we have gender fluid category.
Right.
Don't try to fit into something else, you know, and not saying that that's not what it can be, but when it comes to down things like the Olympics, when we're talking about physical activity for competition, gotta be careful with that because it's competition.
Right. And I agree with that. And that's what I was thinking.
And these are gold medals on the line. You're like, I wouldn't be taking that thing lightly either.
You could kill somebody. That girl, she could have got a bleed in her neck. Something.
Right. And we don't want anything to happen, because then unfortunate things like that happen. And then now we have to have a different conversation of, what if we should have?
Because she said she was crying. Like, however she hit her, she was crying.
I'm sure she has never been hit like that in her life.
Oh, Jesus.
Never.
One thing about boxing, it's one of the brutal sports that I ever seen.
It definitely
I mean,
is.
and I know we cheered on and stuff, but I be watching them guys, especially when they go longer than, 3 or 4 rounds.
Right.
It's like they in there killing each other.
Yeah, because to take a punch and just keep going, like,
you taking a punch to your body.
Yeah, wherever it is, like,
yeah.
Even the blocks, all of it's
literally.
Right. Just imagine you street fighting and with raw hands and you hitting each other like that.
For 12 rounds.
Them gloves are heavier.
Yeah.
And then you got the person with the power behind it.
Yeah. Like, there's
Shout
this
out to
one.
Terrence. Shout out to Terrence. Good job, buddy. Since we're talking about boxing. So.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's this one boxer that I've been hearing about, and he was a YouTuber, and then he transferred over into boxing after he had like a certain incident happen to him. And if I'm not mistaken, he has metal implanted in his fist. And his name, I think it's like Jake Paul.
Yeah, if I say Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul. Yeah. So
Logan.
he's like a wrestler now. Like he like wrestles, and if you know, wrestling is like, yes, they're stuntmanning, but some of those hits, like you hear them landing, and he's used that punch with that metal, like literally, it's in his hand, like down to here, and I'm like,
yeah, no, thank you.
Nobody else sees anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Anything a little unfair.
We're talking about wrestling. Isn't Raw in town today?
I believe
WWE?
they are, and that's why the street down there is stupid.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's the hometown boxer that is the best? Tank.
I mean,
Yeah.
Tank's got it
Shout
right
out
now.
to Tank.
All day.
I was gonna say that man, and I love people who blow up and come back and give back to their community just out of the goodness of their heart. So shout out to him, because if you all do not know, he came back and bought his whole street. And is like, he's refurbishing the houses, and I think those are for people in need. So I love that idea completely. So I love that.
Give back, sir.
Yes.
So we've been talking about a lot.
I was gonna say, did you?
So what about the politics? Let's talk about politics a little. You want to get up and leave?
Push that one.
So
Like,
what
oh,
y'all
Lord.
think?
It's my favorite
About-
show. It's my favorite show right
It's
now.
your favorite show?
It's my favorite show right
the
now.
favorite comedian show out of all.
It's the best reality.
Man, let me tell you
show.
something.
You know, I represent the young generation and what we think of politics and
Man,
things
let
at
me
this
tell you
moment. So,
So
I got an unpopular opinion.
right. Well, we're going to hear your opinion in a few minutes. But let me say this. I went to work, right? And if people don't know, and anybody that been listening to us for the longest, they know that, I study Islam, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thinking about certain things are just a little different
Right.
sometimes. But someone saw me and they was like, hey, we about to have a black woman running and she's this and that. And I said, hold up. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about, is she a woman and she black. If she not doing nothing for the people, I don't care about all that. And they looked at me like, wait a minute, you're a woman and you're black and this is what we asked for. I'm like, I didn't ask for none of it.
Yep.
Right, I didn't ask for none of it. But I don't care if the person black, white, green, orange, purple, if they doing something to uplift and help this country, I'm all for it. But just because she's a black woman, I supposed to vote for her? And then I said, did you do a background on her?
Mm-hmm.
Did you find out like what type of person she is? Blah, 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 blah. And they're like, well, I know her. Okay, if you know her personally, like you sat down at the table and ate with her, you really know how her thinking is.
Right.
I said, they get up on
about her video
Right.
days back when she was
Right. They get up there and they tell us what they want America to hear so we can vote for them. You know what I mean? And then when they get into the office, it's a whole new thing. Now, she's about, doing better for us, fine. But just because she's a woman and she's black, y'all have to come back to me with that.
So my young generation, right, and we are very don't get it twisted, right? I'm 23 years old. I'm getting ready to be 24 on Thursday, and we don't get it twisted. We pay attention. We read. We do our research. We know what's going on. To the point where even on my college campus, like we had student-led rallies and student-led meetings so we could watch things and watch debates. And these are free events. And I'm talking they're packed house. Like we had to move to the theater so we could have upstairs and downstairs because we had faculty members come. So we've been paying attention back to when Trump first ran, right? And my biggest thing is we all, and me personally, I just feel like there's a lot of puppeteering going on. I feel like a lot of promises have been made still to this day, and they still haven't been met, Because if I'm being honest, and a lot of people are going to agree with me that are my age and in college, I would have voted for Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have voted for Bernie Sanders. It's somebody who genuinely wants to help people, not make money off of people. And that's what I'm noticing about a lot of these politicians.
Okay.
And I think they use spellbinding to knock Bernie out of the race because
Did you say spellbinding?
Yeah, because there was always talk, like whenever, and I am literally political neutral, but I hear the things, I see the things, I've had that real revelation,
Yeah.
long ago when I was watching, the other stuff coming in, and I saw this in '08.
Okay.
Right.
Like I said, literally, I was like,
Right. I want Obama back. Let's be real. I want Obama back.
but yeah, it's where you're going with the back and forth and the puppeteering.
Yes.
That's kind of always been there.
Yeah.
And I said political neutral.
Are you trying to say stay safe here?
I'm trying to stay
Okay,
safe.
okay.
I'm trying to stay safe.
I understand because it's a touchy subject.
It's
Yeah.
touchy because
It's like religion.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
Literally though.
and people take it so to heart.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
nationalism.
Yeah,
And just the love for the country.
Right.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, it has to be someone. It doesn't matter who it is. It's whoever is going to do the best. As we continue to see, and as we've seen that this paper, saying back and forth, I just throw the dirt over and claim
Right,
this, that,
absolutely.
blah, blah.
Right.
It's never going. It's just never going to work, and we have to get comfortable that this is the perpetuation of insanity, and move those meetings that you we're seeing on the college campuses, and they need to be those new community meetings, and
I
have
absolutely
that, and lead out to
agree.
that, so that people are actually getting to the facts. It's not that we want to
I
revolt
agree.
against
Amen.
the system. That's
Yeah.
not what we want.
Somebody
We
preach.
really just
Listen.
want the system to really hear us and really be
Yes.
about us.
Yes.
And circling back, like I said, everything I heard when in talking with Barry Sanders, whenever Barry Sanders' name came up, it's just like literally the statement was, "Oh, he just doesn't have a chance," or "It doesn't seem like." If you go back and you can watch all the
No, that was
that's,
facts.
that's literally
He
every
doesn't
time
have the
he came up,
support.
he said he doesn't have the support, but he did.
He
but if you
definitely did.
but if you stop saying that and say and change the narrative, but the narrative was it didn't make sense or he didn't have the support.
Right.
You're not giving him support. You're
Right.
not even
Right,
giving him enough support
right,
right now to
right.
big him up. You're just saying it doesn't make sense.
Right.
He probably would have been a better choice, or we just might have, or we would have had Biden earlier. We
Right,
don't know
right.
because I don't have
Right.
full trust in the men. Like
Right.
you said, it's
Right.
it's a whole different thing.
So we can talk about this all day, guys. And I know we got a lot to talk about. Maybe you can come back and we can talk about this.
Yes, whenever you
Because
guys
our
would
time
love
is about to
have
be
me.
up here on Give Vibes Television. So real quick, I just want to shout out to everybody. Shout out to Digital Empath for always having us. Yes. So y'all don't gotta go home, but y'all have to get off the station.
Bye.
So we about to say y'all and good night, and we turn it over. What's up?
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes. Thank you for coming. Pardon my
That
late
was fun.
Okay.
part of the traffic, but that was nice.
Ooh.
Did you turn it off?
He's still rolling.
Is we still rolling?
Yeah. Hey y'all.